And who is the Rangers player you think has the most to prove in spring training? 877-881-1053 if you want to get involved in the conversation. Corey, I have a whole bunch of options, but can I tell you one more baseball hockey note?
Yes.
I know that was a confusing way of saying it. Skip Schumacher walked into the media room after the gold medal match yesterday, and he said the Rangers locker room was super locked in and said Teagues is not happy. Jordan Teagues, the pitching coach, is from Canada, and he had been wearing hockey sweaters all Olympics. Hey, they finished second.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. Yeah. You earned a silver medal with the embarrassing loss to America.
Wow. Wouldn't you think they'd be pumped to have silver since no Canadian hockey player can get the silver from the Stanley Cup?
Oh, I like that. That's
a good one. They can if they play for an American team.
That's a good one right there, though, man. I really do like that.
All right, so I got a couple of notes for you, unfortunately. First, it is spring training, which means in addition to starting up for baseball, it is injury time. Rangers pitching prospect Winston Santos, he has a left hand fracture. He took a comebacker off of Kyle Higashioka in live batting practice. It's not his throwing hand, but he'll still be shut down for about 4 weeks. Then, perhaps more importantly for some, Cody Freeman. Cody Freeman has a fracture in his lower back. He'll be down for a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks before the Rangers evaluate. And so, before the Rangers even probably reevaluate him, this season will have started. And that's one of the people I was going to say. I think there are plenty of other options, but that's one of the people that I was going to say is I think there's a lot of pressure or a lot for Cody Freeman to show in spring training to grab a spot on this roster. And now that's already one that's going to be different.
Yeah, no, that's really tough. I'm hoping that somebody can, because I thought this is a great opportunity for him to take that next step too. Not just grab this, a potential area, but take that next step in his play. The excitement for him's already there. That's tough.
Agreed. Now, I'm gonna lock this one in as my answer. But as I said, I think there's a lot of viable options. To me, it's Kumar Rocker.
Ooh,
because it feels as though he has the inside track to break camp as the number 5 starter, right?
I mean, last season, Kevin, somebody in the Rangers organization pushed him to be in the rotation.
When he probably wasn't ready.
On the big league club, and he probably wasn't prepared for that yet. However, they said he's going to learn on company time. We're not going to go put him in the minor leagues. We're going to put him straight on this roster, and we're going to see what he's got. He went out there, and at times, there were things that he did that looked special.
Yeah.
And then there were things that you were like, you're supposed to know that. But you haven't played a lot of baseball, so I understand that. So I get where you're coming from on this. Yes, he has the inside track to it. He can earn it. He can win it during this spring training.
And I think you're going to like this quote from Jack Leiter.
It's still a lot of righties in your Eovaldi, DeGrom, Leiter, Rocker. If you have 4 starting righties, I'd like to have 2 lefties if possible.
Do you think the Rangers will just bide their time until the end of May when Bradford will be back around?
Maybe there's options there, but I think the best thing to do, I know I'm sitting here saying I want the beautiful righty-lefty thing, but you want to put the best 5 pitchers out there no matter what.
No, you're right. And I think you'll love this quote. This is from Jack Leiter, talking about Rocker. I don't know what his mindset is in terms of something to prove or whatever it might be, but I think he's got a chip on his shoulder. It's going to be fun to watch because, I'd never bet against that guy.
Yeah, I like that.
I do, too.
I like that from his teammate, man.
And look, you look at, and so we talked about this last week or the week before. You look at his overall stats, they don't look great with a 5.74 ERA. But we kind of broke apart some of those statistics. He made 14 starts. 4 of them were just horrendous. But the other 10, you saw something with a sub 1.2 whip and an ERA around 3.2 that you're like, I get the potential, but I would love to see him pitch well in spring training because he specifically looks like somebody who cannot take the time to just work on something.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe Evaldi can do that, DeGrom can do that or whatever. I need to see Rocker look good and be like, that's why he's the number 5 starter.
Well, Kevin, first outing, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits given up, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 2 Ks. 4.5 ERA right now.
Okay, it's you know what honestly make me feel better is if we have some starts where maybe you don't feel as great about the hits, but you feel really good about the walks. I would love to see the walks under control.
I mean, and also, you know, when it comes to the hits, like, he only gave up 2 hits, 1 per inning. You know, how was he getting shelled? Were those 2 hits hard hits? Were they consecutive? Was it soft? They just happened to get on. Like those are the things we get to see when we get out to spring training. We head out there Sunday. We'll be out there all next week at spring training for you.
What about Josh Sborz?
I have a list of 5.
Oh!
Josh Sborz is not on it. So if you want to talk about him a little more, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So since the beginning of last year, we all know what he did in the playoff run, and that will never, ever go away, and we'll always be appreciative of that. Since the start of 2014, you know how many innings he's thrown?
6.
16 and a third.
Feels like 6.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, either
Couldn't
way.
even get to 16 and a half?
No, 16 and a third. That's not a thing, what you said. But 16 and a third innings pitched, and so is he going to be good to go? He says he feels good and good to go, and is he going to be able to bring what you're going to need to be part of this bullpen? Because I will still say it feels like there's plenty of opportunity to snag spots in the bullpen.
There are a lot of bullpen people who right now have had a brief moment where they looked amazing.
Yeah.
And then other moments where they were just like, they pitched also in baseball.
So, you know what? He's a great example of that already in Arizona. I mean, maybe. But Carter Baumler as well, he had a perfect 6th inning in his debut, and that's great. But what are you going to look like the next time, because there's spots to be had.
Yeah, for sure, man. Somebody said, what about Paul Skeen's game translates more than Jack or Kumar's because they were every bit as electric as he was in college? He was still touching 100 miles an hour in the 7th inning.
Yeah.
And Jack Leiter, they were good. There's just a different presence that Paul Skeen commands. Skeen's commands when he's on the mound. Rocker definitely had that. The injury kind of set him back for a little while.
Here's the other thing.
Jack Leiter has needed to get over emotions a little more.
And here's the other thing that I would go back to, just as fundamental as it gets when it comes to pitching. Since Paul Skeens has been in Major League Baseball, he has 55 starts. You know how many walks he has? 74. You know how many strikeouts he has? 386. So he has a more than 5-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, whereas especially with Rocker, you weren't particularly close to that.
And I would say velocity is what translates first. So you got velocity. His pitch placement's amazing. And his absolute control of his fastball is one of the keys there. And Leiter's struggled to control the fastball at times. Yep. And Rocker just needs that other pitch to be a little more
struggled in his big league attempts, but I still think that he has the potential to be able to help you out, especially at DH when you're probably looking for hitting.
Question marks there. Number 3, Cole Winn.
For sure.
And it's not necessarily pressure or needs to prove. I just want to see it carry over from what he was doing last year, because at the end of the year we were like, he might actually be a usable piece.
You'd love to see a position, right, where Cole Winn is a leverage pitcher. Probably still 1 inning at a time, but you feel high leverage and you feel good about it.
Yeah, there were moments last year where you put him in. I was like, let's do that again.
I'm with you.
Number 2, this is dead serious. Evan Carter. Here's why.
I believe you.
Health. Make it through spring training healthy. then get into the season healthy. Like all those things, and prove you can hit some left-handed pitching in spring training, because that's the only way. You're going to get, 60 opportunities maybe to go up against that. You need those. Every one of those opportunities against lefties, you need them as quickly as possible. And then number one, and also because Evan Carter, hitless. Number one is definitely Corey Seager, who has no hits so far in spring training, and I don't even know what we're doing right now. Like, come on. This is the best hitter on your team, and he can't even put one in play.
You know, I had a list of I had a list of maybe 3 people. I was like, I wonder, will he go with Teodo? Mm-hmm. Will he go Church? Could he possibly go Gavin Collier? Alec, I was not predicting that it would be Corey Seager. I even wondered maybe Sam Haggerty, but no, you really threw me.
He's the leader of the team, Kevin.
Yeah.
The whole goal is to put the ball in play.
Okay. Man.
And what's he done so far?
Even Alex sounds disappointed right there. I can't tell if he's disappointed in Corey Seager or you.
Evan Carter definitely is a legit serious thing.
Yeah.
Him not putting the ball in play so far, different story. Or actually getting on base with hits. But health-wise, that's the most pressure for me for him, because I still have high hopes for Evan Carter.
Sure.
I know what he's capable of whenever he is playing. Whenever he's playing and he's in the box, dude, it terrorizes pitchers, because they're like, how do I get this guy out? How do I get him to swing?
Yeah.
How do I get him? Like, he can be that kind of player that sets up the rest of your guys, because he just wore out a pitcher. And so and then once he gets on base, he's electric there too. Him and Wyatt together in those, if they were able to be those first 2 spots at some point, God, that would be amazing.
Now, over the weekend, our buddy Sean McFarland with the Dallas Morning News pointed out that Sam Haggerty and his surgically repaired ankle looked fine, and he went 3 for 3 against 2 left-handed Cubs pitchers. I know what you're looking for. And by the way, just to go back around, as if you needed more reason to root for Josh Spores, when he talks about his arm feeling a lot better, this part is just so sad. He goes, it doesn't hurt. I can pick my kids up and I can put a plate away in the cabinet. Like, that's how bad it was.
But do you really want your wife to know that you can put that plate away?
You know what? I think that is one of the first people we should seek out now at spring training and be like, did you make a tactical error by saying that now you can put plates away? And I think he'll be amused by that.
That's my favorite chore.
Okay.
These other ones are the ones that I still can't do. And
okay.
I would be like, this guy gets it.
I think he'll be amused by that. I still think perhaps tomorrow, perhaps another day, we should pick up our...
Do we introduce him as Josh Spores world champion?
Yes.
Okay.
World Series hero, too. Absolutely. I still think that we should talk about Church and Teodo and even Gavin Collier as you try to put together your bullpen, some injuries there as well.